they've always been there. I don't remember. I remember Mark being around forever. So
I remember that. I think Mark was around before I was even around.
I'm sure.
I mean, I think I remember that too. It was just always there.
Yeah, Mark's been doing it a long time. I think when we first probably joined the association, it was more of a way to you know, an excuse to go do something. You know, they used to do a lot more drinking and things than we do at our age, but I think it was an excuse to get away a weekend or two a year. And I don't know that I understood then exactly what they did, but as problems have you know, come at the industry, it's become more and more important to have a strong association. And I think Mark does a really good job of that.
So I was chairman for 4 years, and so I would talk to Mark almost every day, at least 3 to 4 times a week. But if he ever left a voicemail, it was always the same. It was, Todd, this is Mark Dillard with the association. And so I tried to keep telling him, I said, all you got to do is say, this is Mark. I said, I don't know who it is. But every time he would leave the detailed message.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say this on tape, but it's time that we know that Mark has some very fond memories of a few azaleas and holly bushes in Savannah.
Congratulations on Mary and Emily. I think that's probably his greatest accomplishment. And no, really, just as far as Mark goes, all kidding aside, he is really, for the 20 years I've known him, has helped our business thrive throughout the state. He's helped us protect the affordable housing opportunity for South Carolinians, and I think that he continues to do that today. It's been a joy knowing him for 20 years and a joy working with him on a very personal level through the board as well. So congratulations on 25 years, Mark.
We heard rumors one time that Mark fell in some bushes somewhere, but I don't know if it was in Hilton Head or in Savannah. You might need to ask him that question.
Obviously not going to say anything embarrassing about Mark because he's my boss and I have to work with him every day. But I did just want to say, Mark, thank you for, you know, everything you've done for me and my family over the last 10 years. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to pursue a career that I love and mentoring me and being a wonderful boss. You've been a great friend. You've allowed me to bring my sick baby to work. Just thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations on 25 successful years.
Mark has always had our industry and our dealers at heart. Mark and I have not always saw eye to eye, but we've always been to work together as a team. Mark has been willing and able to negotiate the best for all parties involved.
I need to get more involved in MHISC, and I'm going, who is this little fella telling me I need to get involved in something? I said, but I'll listen anyway. And after he went on and on and on and on and on and on, I said, well, I will come to another chapter meeting and get involved in MHISC, and from there it just led on to executive committee and chapter president and eventually chairman, you know, which I enjoyed being a part of. So, but yeah, I think Mark did a good job of recruiting back then because I think he had to because people were bailing out on him pretty quick. So he was trying to recruit some new faces in the MHISC network. So he did a good job.
He's been really good for the association. The association's grown well with his guidance, and so over the years we progressed and to the point we are today, and which we've moved a lot farther along, and there's been changes, lots of changes, and the association's weathered the storm real well due to his leadership, and we certainly appreciate what he's done for the industry.
I think my favorite memory of Mark was, you know, working together in the executive committee when things weren't so good, and we had to sit down and really focus on what we had to do. And Mark was very informative on what we should do. You know, we knew what we had to do, and it was tough. I mean, that was some bad times back then that we had to make some major decisions, and Mark was a great help leading us to that direction, and I appreciate him doing that.
Mark, stay out of the bushes in Savannah.
Mark, thank you for everything that you've done. I love you. I value our friendship. I value what you've done for this industry and to help me personally. And thank you for 25 years of loyalty.
It's always about the industry, not about the person. And with other groups I work with, it's not that way. So, and I think Mark built that feeling here that, you know, we're a team and we're working for the association, and it's not about any of us. So I think that's probably the biggest.
So the reason we're making this video is because it's 25 years. So what would you want to say to Mark on his 25th anniversary?
I'll say thank you, Mark Dillard.
That's great. That's perfect. Thank you, Todd.